Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy. On this news fucking slammed Wednesday, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. A lot of stuff coming up. And oh my God, apparently breaking news as we do this. I just got a Hollywood Reporter email sent to me saying Quibi to shut down 6 months after launch. Wow. And that's just one small bit of news for today. I've been doing these streams recently that are like, I don't know that I feel like talking about the news today. I'm going to talk about my feelings and my thoughts in the world. And today it was like, Rox, you're done doing that because we're going to give you every piece of entertainment news and more today live at the Roxy. We'll talk about this Quibi thing that just broke. We'll gather our own thoughts, feelings, opinions on air on this show because it is live right now. We're going to talk about Jared Leto, who is apparently coming back to reprise his role of the Joker in Justice League. Hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Hashtag the Snyder Cut's being released. And hashtag apparently it's with Jared Leto, question mark, exclamation point, question mark. We're going to be talking about that. Bizarro. Also, if you were wondering what was going to happen to Giuliani, how he was going to get exposed as the possible predator that he is, those are harsh words, but I guess that's what Rudy Giuliani is being deemed as on the internet because Borat strikes again. If you have no fucking idea what I'm talking about, just you wait. We will be breaking that down on the show today as well. And after over a decade of movies, the Fast and the Furious franchise is going to be ending after the 11th film. So that's kind of wild that we're going to have no more Fast and Furious after the 11th. We're on the 9th, so we still got a little bit of time. But, all good things must come to an end. That's just what I hear, at least. Legally Blonde, though, is like, nah, we don't have to come to an end because we are motherfucking doing a Legally Blonde 3. They had a reunion last night in which Reese Witherspoon announced that Legally Blonde 3 is coming May 2022. 2021 feels far away. 2022 feels like this universe might not even make it there with the kind of apocalypse shit we've got going on now. But hey, better late than never. And then I don't know about your guys' group of friends, but the talk of my group of friends right now, or at least one of the topics of conversation, seems to be, is Chris Pratt the worst Hollywood Chris? This became a huge thing online. A lot of people are sticking up for him. A lot of people are pissed about people sticking up for him. It is a whole fucking debacle, and we will break that down on the show today as well. If you have questions, comments, concerns, anything to do with any of these topics that we're talking about on the show, Jared Leto, Fast and Furious, Chris Pratt, Legally Blonde, Borat, Quibi, get in your comments early, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar, because I have a match to tape today, so I'm going to have to bounce in probably 40 minutes. So get those things in early. Like I said, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar or right here in the super chat. Before I get to any of those things, though, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor for killing Breonna Taylor. All three of them. We will keep saying that on the show for as long as we fucking have to. And apparently we fucking have to. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Texas Teacher put this in prior to the show starting today. Texas Teacher, our dear friend, says, hey, Roxy, still clean and sober. Hell yeah, Texas Teacher. And I was wondering if you would be willing to help me raise some money for things for my students. Okay, let's see what you got going on. My students work really hard, and COVID has caused us to have to pivot. If you would please read the next one. If yes, okay, let's see what you have to say. Please ask people to go to donorschoose.org. So that's DONORSCHOOSE. Oh, Donors Choose. Scoose. Donorschoose.org. And search for Nimitz. That's NIMITZ. You will see one that is called COVID Made Us Pivot. Every dollar you give is 100% tax deductible. Any help you can give would be amazing. Also, this has my real name, Be Cool. All right, guys, 100% be cool. If you're not cool, then you're not a fucking rock star. That's just facts. Okay, cool. Is Nimitz your real name? Anybody who wants to go help, please let me know that you supported and you'll get a shout out on the show. If you can support Texas Teacher and his students, then please go do so. It's awesome what you're doing. Happy to give you that little bit of shout out. Thank you, Texas Teacher. Be cool, guys. Be cool. Hannah Chris in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's see what Hannah has to say. Hi, Roxy. I don't get to donate often, but I wanted to make sure you knew this for the future. LA County offers free COVID testing regardless of insurance. If you search Curative Inc. on Google, they do drive up 48-hour tests. You can make appointments anytime. Yeah, I needed a rapid test. We didn't have rapid tests on my insurance, but the 48 hours is not too bad. So that's a good tip. And Hannah Chris, thank you so much for sharing it with me and showing support here live at the Roxy. It means the mother frickin' world to me. Curative Inc. Okay, I'll have to Google it for the next time in case I need a little bit of help. Get by with a little help from my friends. Is this on? Yeah. Is this thing on? Do I sound like Britney Spears? Saw you dancing there by the record machine. She's the cover that says that. Is this thing on? I know that she's not the OG. Anyway, let's get into a ton of this. Oh, Hannah also says sometimes earlier than 48 hours. That's fucking awesome. Let's get into a ton of this news, guys. Like I said, anything you guys have, questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. In the meantime, I feel like let's just start with the fact that the Quibi news just broke. I'm reading this as I'm with you guys. Quibi to shut down 6 months after launch. Quibi was supposed to be this app that was quick bites that you were supposed to watch on the go when you didn't have time. And it launched right in time for us to not be on the go. Really shitty fucking timing for them. On top of that, they spent so much effing money on this venture. And we know they were trying to sell it. There's been a lot of issues. It employs a lot of my friends. I am a big Quibi fan, supporter. So this is a bummer. I'm not happy about this news at all. Jeffrey Katzenberg and Meg Whitman raised nearly $2 billion for their mobile-first video startup. And after raising nearly $2 billion in funding and promising to reinvent the way people consume entertainment programming, could be shutting down. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. Jeffrey Katzenberg and Meg Whitman's short-form video startup began informing investors of the move on Wednesday, per Wall Street Journal. Today is Wednesday, capping off a 6-month struggle to attract subscribers to Quibi's slate of mobile-first shows. Source tells THR the town hall with employees has been scheduled for later this afternoon, in which they will learn more about the fate of the business that they helped to build from scratch. Quibi spokesperson did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Quibi's been evaluating its options for the last several weeks, including a possible sale that we talked about on the show. Companies choosing to shut down despite having hundreds of millions in the bank indicates that Katzenberg and Whitman see few long-term solutions for the business. Katzenberg had been dreaming of the idea and turned into Quibi for several years. He sold it to DreamWorks, or after he sold DreamWorks Animation to NBC Universal in 2016, he set about putting the pieces in place to launch a mobile-first video business. This sucks. Sometimes our dreams don't work out. Sometimes we have a great plan. Sometimes we spend too much money on our plan. Sometimes it's not a great plan, but regardless, I never want to see anybody like this fail, especially with their art, their entertainment. There was some really cool stuff on there. And I can't say we didn't see this coming, but, to our friends of this show, like Maude Garrett, who's on Quibi, and spoiler alert, don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this yet, but the thing that I was telling you guys that I shot was also on Quibi. And everybody was absolutely lovely. I don't think I can say what it is yet, but hopefully you'll still be able to see it. Who knows how quickly this will happen where everything gets canceled. That fucking sucks, but it is what it is. And my heart goes out to all the people there and the people that I worked with and the people that I didn't work with and our friends, a friend of mine, Ava Hill, as well. A lot of Quibi people in this space. And it was supposed to be this great big thing. And it just... bummer. Big bummer. We won't spend too much time on Quibi news, though, because that just came out, and I'm sure there will be more information in the coming days that we can discuss. In the meantime, going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Texas Teacher in here said Nimitz is the high school Thank you, Roxy. I love everything you do. And thank you to anyone who gives. So, guys, one more time, donorschoice.org. Search for Nimitz. And if you do that, then I'll give you a shout out on the show. You can leave it in the comments or whatever it is. And yeah, go support our friend Texas teacher and his students who could probably really use your help right now. Thank you guys for saying sorry in here. It's okay. You know, it's not like it was my full-time job, but I was excited to be working with them more. And I think they really liked me. So that fucking sucks, you know, but it happens. It happens. It's happened to me many times on many different platforms, and it isn't the first. And unfortunately for me and for you guys and for anybody in this industry, it definitely won't fucking be the last. Let's move forward, guys. Let's move forward and talk a little bit about this big news that broke right before the show, that Jared Leto is reprising his Joker role in Zack Snyder's Justice League. This was one of the more shocking things I had read on social media. That's really saying something in a year in which everything is fucking shocking. What? What's happening? That was me. I looked at that and was like, say it again. It's Jared Leto's doing Jared Leto's what? Who, what, Jared Leto? Jared Leto, who, huh? Huh, who, what, who? Who, what, when, where? Why, how, what? That's me about this news. Jared Leto's returning to play the Joker in Zack Snyder's Justice League. This movie that people said was completed because released the Snyder Cut. That has $70 million for reshoots. That is, happening, and that I'm excited to see this movie. This makes me not less excited because I actually like Jared Leto's Joker, but this makes me definitely more confused. Ben Affleck, Ray Fisher, and Amber Heard have also been tapped for reshoots for the Snyder Cut. So I guess whatever vision Snyder had with that $70 million from Warner Brothers, they were like, yeah, we're going to let you really do this. And apparently that vision included Jared Leto and the Joker. I doubt it's a big chunk of it. It's probably a very small storyline. But this is interesting. This is coming from Variety, who says it's unclear whether Leto was always meant to appear in Justice League before Snyder left in the feature in early 2017 in advance of significant reshoots by filmmaker Joss Whedon, which we know, or if Leto's a new addition given the 4-hour length of Snyder's updated Justice League, in which it will be premiered on HBO Max in 2021. Regardless, Leto is joining other actors from Justice League this week for additional photography on the project. His involvement further knits together Snyder's Justice League with Suicide Squad, which featured Ben Affleck's Batman in a cameo role as he tried to take down Leto's Joker and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. This we remember. What the fuck do you guys think about this? What the fuck do you guys think about this? Are you excited to see more of Jared Leto's Joker? What do you want to see from him? What do you think we will see from him? Where will he appear in the Snyder Cut? Are you into this? Does this make you more excited for the Snyder Cut? Less excited? More confused? I gotta know your guys' thoughts. This was some wild news. Wild, bizarro, wild news. Yeah. I mean, it's not like it makes zero sense. They're in the same universe. We know that they're in the same universe, so it's not like, wow, that doesn't make any sense. How could they do that? It's just surprising that the film already came out and this is a different cut of the film, and now we're adding an entirely new character. But maybe he was originally planned to be there in 2017, and maybe Zack Snyder fought for his vision, was like, no, I want him in here. All right, what are you guys saying in here? Some of you are here for it. Some of you are passing on it. Some of you didn't even see Justice League. I have no problem with the development, says Zeno. Down for it, says Chris. Seems to be 50-50 in the chat right now. The internet seemed equally as surprised as I did, and as you guys probably are. And I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Ben Affleck going back for reshoots, not surprising. Ray Fisher going back for reshoots, not surprising. Amber Heard going for reshoots, kind of surprising, especially considering all the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard allegations and trials and stuff right now. I was a little surprised about that, but we already heard about that. This one, even more surprising. Just keep on hitting us with this surprising stuff. But, people say, and Zack Snyder we trust. So don't knock it till you try it. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I just went to Jared Leto's Twitter to see if he tweeted anything about it, and he didn't. But 2 hours ago, he did tweet this picture. So there's something to look forward to. It says, "Happy Hump Day. Don't forget to vote." And it's just his body. So there's that. In case you guys were wondering how Jared Leto's doing during quarantine, apparently he's relatively fucking ripped. Snyder hasn't tweeted anything about this either. In fact, Snyder hasn't tweeted anything in 4 days. Wild, wild. All right, let's go to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar, and then we'll get to our next piece of news. Like I said, news after news after news after news today. Holy shit. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, my amazing Glenn, my heart, my soul. I'm obsessed with you. Glenn says, "Hello, Roxy. Love you. Thanks for giving us a short show today. Good luck in the MTS match. Leto in Justice League. SC. Snyder cut. That's what you have to say, Glenn. I kind of feel the same way. Congrats, Texas teacher. Way to go. I think congrats both on the sobriety and trying to help raise money for your students. Be well, RJ and rock stars. Here's to a happy World Girl Wednesday. Peace, loves, bunny, and hugs to you all." Yeah, Glenn, thank you. And mentioning that in the Streamlabs. Again, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar, mentioning World Girls Wednesday. Tonight, we're giving costumes a whirl. It's going to be a really fucking fun episode. We were wild child yesterday. We had the best day together. So the World Girls yesterday, we went and voted. We drove 2 hours to go vote. It was a shit show to do so, but we did. And we planned our November episode that we're taping this weekend. It's going to be sick. Oh my God. It's like going to be fucking sick. And then also we talked about tonight's episode, which is going to be so much fun. We're giving costumes a whirl. So you guys are going to tell us what costumes you want us to give a whirl. And we're going to run throughout our houses and try to create those costumes. And then you also can tell us like what you want us to say in those costumes, or we can read things in those costumes. We try to do some makeup, like all this stuff. It's just going to be a really fun distraction, Halloween-y, costumey, DIY, bizarro episode. So don't forget, World Girls, go to YouTube, youtube.com/The World Girls, 6 p.m. Pacific time. That's where we will be tonight. Oh boy. All right, continuing with news. So we already hit Quibi. We already hit Jared Leto being in Justice League, a sentence I didn't know that I would ever say. But the massive news doesn't end there. Fast and the Furious is ending after 11 movies. This is not surprising that they are going to end eventually, but it is kind of surprising that they're announcing it now. I think they're just getting us excited, but apparently we've got 2 more films. Justin Lin is going to be directing both of them for Universal. And we're going to wrap up this franchise with a bang. We already know we're going to space for Fast 9, which is in post-production, which we will see whenever theaters, let us in 2021. And yeah, this is coming from Deadline. It says it's early days on when this will begin production, but it seems likely that they'll tell a big story over 2 films that focus on the franchise patriarch, Vin Diesel, and bring back Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris, Jordana Brewster, Natalie Emmanuel, and Sung Kang. Fast 9, which is the 5th film in the franchise directed by Lin, which is crazy. Oh my God, imagine directing 5 of these, and premieres next Memorial Day. We'll see. Continues the storylines of the core cast and Charlize Theron, and adds John Cena and Helen Mirren and Cardi B, and apparently a reggaeton star Ozuna, who I don't know. They're just beginning to put the final 2 vehicles together, but the natural speculation will be to wonder whether Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham, core cast members who peeled off for Fast and the Furious spinoff Hobbs and Shaw after Johnson and Diesel had a falling out. But then I heard that they got back together, but I don't know. But will they be back for the finale? Johnson and Diesel might never be fast friends, but there's an opportunity to pull off the Motorhead's answer to Marvel's Avengers, a configuration that might include Wonder Woman's Gal Gadot, also as part of the ensemble. That would be wild because she was previously. I definitely think if we're coming back for 2 films, how are we not going to get The Rock and Statham? It just feels like It feels like everybody's got to get back together. If there's 2 more movies, let's fucking do it. Let's do it big. We're going to space. Maybe the next one will actually film in space. That's for you, Steph Sabra. Jig Yoda, always showing massive support in the super chat. Just slides on in like the ninja Jig Yoda is. Can't wait for Fast to end. Let's throw a party. See, I'm not excited for it because I love the Fast movies. They're so stupid and great. Like, I don't mean stupid. That's a mean word. I just mean they're like, turn my brain off, eat my popcorn, loud, doesn't even matter. You're like on ice and going to be in space. It just doesn't even matter. None of it matters. It's awesome. I'm in on it. And 2 more. Yes. Bring it on. Bring on Fast and the Furious. If you're going to only give me a couple more films, then make them fucking bangers, baby. And I'm sure they will. I'm sure they're going to try everything they possibly could. You know who they should get to star in the last one? Just to pop in because it seems like it's so up his alley. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise for Fast 11. Am I alone on this campaign? It's a weird one that I'm starting, but I feel like I'm starting it. Okay. We'll see. If you guys have thoughts on this, let me know in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I would love to hear. What are you looking for in the next final Fast movies? Are you excited it's ending? Are you not excited it's ending? You guys are saying I'm so alone on this. Brandy says you're so alone. Buffalo says so alone. Murderana says too expensive. Okay, fine. Fine, guys. Let me live my dream. Chris McGovern in the super chat says, hope you're feeling better today, Rox. Yeah, it was so crazy. I haven't been working out really because I had the fever. I was super sick. And when I would work out, I would get really sick. And then you guys know I fainted yesterday and it's just been kind of a nightmare. But today I wanted to do some yoga and like my whole body's still kind of like twitchy from it. It was really amazing though, but I definitely have lost some of my strength and I was a little weak, and especially in like my arm area with like the getting all the blood taken and the flu shot that I got and everything. Definitely I could feel like the shakiness, but I'm feeling okay. I'm waiting on blood work to come back. Should be there tomorrow or the next day and we'll fucking see. But I feel okay. I don't feel great, but I feel okay. So, and I didn't faint again. So there's that. And thank you to all of you who reached out to me. Just mumbled that. Thank you to all of you who reached out to me about the getting blood taken, and that makes you guys faint too. Seems like that's very possible. Never happened to me before, but you never know. Your body does weird things during weird times, and right now is for sure a motherfucking weird ass time. I don't think anybody can disagree with that. Let's move forward. I'm scared to bring up this story. I'm scared. And I don't want to bring up the image because a lot of people are getting flagged for it. But apparently Borat is taking down Rudy Giuliani, guys. Send bunnies if you know what I'm talking about. Send hearts if you do not. This shit is fucking crazy. Wooey. I mean, wooey. So Rudy is actually trending #1 on Twitter right now. For a while, Borat was trending. But right now, it is Rudy. Oh, I want to talk about the Pope as well. If I have time, I will. Pope did something dope. The Pope is dope. The Pope is dope. Rudy Giuliani is apparently getting exposed by Borat. This shit's wild. He was caught in a compromising position, one would say, in the new Borat film as he fell for a Sacha Baron Cohen prank in the soon-to-be-released movie sequel. This could be really bad for his career. Apparently, Rudy Giuliani was like so proud of himself, saying that he didn't get bested by Borat, but apparently he did. And that's what we have seen. There's an image surfacing online. You guys can find it, but it's of him seemingly touching himself to a woman who claims that she is underage and is supposedly like Borat's daughter in the film. He is going into a hotel bedroom for drinks. And all right, this is coming from NBC News. Let's see what they say. In the film, a copy of which was obtained by NBC News, Giuliani and a fictional young female reporter who's part of Cohen's sting can be seen going into hotel bedroom for drinks at the woman's invitation after completing what the former mayor apparently believed to be a real interview about the coronavirus pandemic and Trump's response to the crisis. The incident occurred as Giuliani, 76, was attempting to remove his microphone with the help of the actress that had been used as part of the movie's interview with him. Okay, so maybe not. Okay. The film, which has been released Friday, is being released Friday on Amazon Prime Video, shows Giuliani reclining on a bed and then putting his hand down his pants and moving it around for what appears to be a few seconds, while the 24-year-old actress playing Borat's teenage daughter, who is pretending to be a television reporter, stands in front of him. NBC News obtained an advance copy of the film, which is titled Borat Subsequent Movie Film, Delivery of Prodigious Bribe to American Regime for Make Benefit Once Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. Giuliani and the woman, recorded by what seem to be hidden cameras, are eventually interrupted by Cohen, who bursts into the bedroom in his Borat persona, shouting, "She's 15. She's too old for you." Giuliani quickly sits up and appears startled by the presence of Cohen, who wears a pink outfit that resembles lingerie. The former mayor asks, "Why are you dressed like that?" Cohen, as Borat, responds, "She's my daughter. Please take me instead." "I don't want you," Giuliani replies. Then he makes his way out of the hotel suite. Giuliani, who in the context of the film had no reason to believe the fictional interviewer was underage, did not immediately respond to text messages from NBC News requesting comment on his appearance in the movie. Beyond what's seen in the movie, NBC News does not know what happened before or after the filmed incident. The film also features a scene in which Maria Bakalova, the actress playing Borat's daughter, asked Giuliani about the coronavirus pandemic. He responds that China manufactured COVID-19 and deliberately spread it all over the world. Quote, "I don't think anybody was eating bats," he adds jokingly, asking her if she's ever eaten a bat. He appears to agree to eat one if she will. I mean, this whole thing is like, whoa. Cringy doesn't even describe it to the full extent, Daryl. Like, what the fuck is happening here? I mean, I'm definitely going to be watching this movie. I'm sure you guys are as well. Sacha Baron Cohen is a true fucking genius of our time. I always was obsessed with the Ali G show. I love Borat, the movie. He's not only a comedian, but an innovator, a creative, incredible dramatic actor as well. Go figure. And this could be really fucking bad for Giuliani. Seems like politicians a lot of ways have ways of dip, dodge, ducking all of the things that come out, but yikes. And also, motherfucking yikes. Cringeworthy, for sure. So, apparently, Giuliani was one of several targets in the new Borat movie. Not surprising. He goes after a lot of people, but damn, is he fucking smart. I'm talking about Sacha Baron Cohen, not about Giuliani, clearly. Let me know what you guys think. Are you surprised to hear this about Giuliani? What do you think will happen to his career after this? Do you think it's just going to be a blip on the radar, or do you think that actual action is going to need to be taken here? And even if that means by the public and by society, not as much legally. Let me know your thoughts. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer or right here in the super chat. Also taking a minute to thank you guys for making our Patreon for the World Girls so successful so far. Cannot wait. We've been already chatting up in the Discord over there and dropping exclusive images and videos and scheduling times that we can talk on video and having people on the show. So there's so many amazing tiers. Check that out. Patreon.com/the-world-girls. It's fucking awesome. So thank you guys for your support here, there. Also, while I'm talking about support, if you guys are enjoying this video, if you guys could give it a thumbs up, 171 watching right now, 96 thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And also, if you could leave a comment after the fact, that means the world. It really helps with the algorithms. Like I said, today's kind of a big show because there's just so much shit going on. So we already talked about Jared Leto reprising his role in Zack Snyder's Justice League as the Joker. We talked about Fast and the Furious ending after 11. We talked about Legally Blonde finally coming in May of 2022, which seems very, very far away, but I'm excited about this. Really, we didn't talk that much about that, just kind of mentioned that it's happening, but yay. Bend and Snap, Elle Woods, I love everything Reese does. She was crying when she saw uh, Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson, Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson. Which Wilson is it? That was really cool. Jennifer Coolidge was also just looking awesome. 2022 seems really fucking far, but I'm here for this. We talked about Borat taking down Rudy Giuliani. We will see what happens there. And finally, and other than any other streamlabs.com/Roxy super chats that come in, let's talk about Chris Pratt being deemed the worst Chris in Hollywood. So this is a question that gets asked all the time to people. Who is your favorite Chris? Who is your favorite Chris? So, Chris Pine, Chris Pratt, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth. Those are the major Chris's. If you're going to be a superhero, your name clearly has to be Chris. You got to be built. You got to be, hot, I guess. But Chris Pratt apparently has been deemed the worst Chris in Hollywood. We don't often get asked who's your least favorite Chris. By the way, guys, leave the answer to who is your favorite Chris. I would love to know. Please let me know who is your favorite Chris in Hollywood. Okay, you guys are also letting me know, by the way, that it's Luke. Thank you. Luke Wilson. Owen Wilson's the other one. No shit. Rocks. Also, Spidey Sensei said some dude just posed as Ivanka and got Rudy again. He just posted their combo on Twitter. Oy vey. I'll have to look at that as well. Oh my God. Okay, so who is your guys' favorite Chris? Stormy says Evans, Pine, and Hemsworth. So they just named 3 of them. Buffalo says Pratt. Okay. Fillmore says Walken. Well, he doesn't usually count with that, but yeah, I guess Christopher Walken. Cinema says Darren. Chris, you guys are all playing outside the rules. Pine says Melissa and Sad. All right, so you guys are all over the place. You're all over the place. But I get it. There's a lot of great Chris's. But apparently, Chris Pratt was deemed Hollywood's worst Chris by the internet, and Marvel stars were coming to his defense, and his wife was coming to his defense. And then people were pissed that these Marvel stars for coming to his defense because apparently they haven't come to other people's defense. So this article is coming from Fox News, which you guys know is not typically where I get my news, but I'd be interested to see how they spin this one. They call this article Chris Pratt deemed worst Hollywood Chris by internet. Marvel stars and wife Katherine Schwarzenegger defend him. They say that Chris Pratt was deemed one of the least favorite people with that name. And on Saturday, filmmaker Amy Berg took to Twitter to share images of 4 men named Chris, Pratt, Hemsworth, Pine, and Evans. One has to go, she said in the post. And the tweet has amassed thousands of comments, mostly suggesting that Pratt can go, citing his rumored political views. He's not officially endorsed a candidate, and his support of the church was accused of being anti-LGBTQ. That's per Hollywood Yahoo Entertainment. According to Us Weekly, the internet dubbed him the worst Hollywood Chris, and now several of the 41-year-old actor's famous pals are speaking out against the post and its responses, which have trended for several days now. An outlet shared a story to the subject on Instagram promoting a response from Pratt's wife, Katherine Schwarzenegger. The Schwarzeneggers, who are typically conservative and Republican, but I believe that Arnold is supporting Biden this time around. But Schwarzenegger, 30, came to her husband's defense, saying that people were bullying him. She said, quote, "Is this really what we need? There's so much going on in the world and people struggling in so many ways. Being mean is so yesterday. There's enough room to love all these guys. Love is what we all need, not meanness and bullying. Let's try that." Mark Ruffalo then took to Twitter and said, "You all at Pratt is as solid as a man there is. I know him personally, and instead of casting aspersions, look at how he lives his life. He is not just overtly political as a rule. This is a distraction. Let's keep our eye on the prize, friends. We are so close now." Mark Ruffalo was among Pratt's Marvel co-stars to tweet this, but he wasn't the only one. Robert Downey Jr. also offered public support. Let's see what he says. Quote, "What a world. The sinless are casting stones at my brother, Chris Pratt, a real Christian who lives by principle, never has demonstrated anything but positivity and gratitude. And he just married into a family that makes space for civil discourse and just plain facts, insists on service as the highest value. If you take issue with Chris, I've got a novel idea. Delete your social media accounts, sit with your own defects of character, work on them, then celebrate your humanness. At Pratt, I # got your back. James Gunn also joined the support, saying, sorry, just finding out about this nonsense. At Pratt is the best dude in the world. I spent hours and hours sharing my deepest truths with this man as he has me. Please stop assuming what he believes politically or in any other way because he's a Christian. So yeah, that's a lot of people just coming forward and saying the things and doing the things. And I think people were pissed. And it's like, why are people pissed that they're standing up for him? Because people were pissed that the Marvel co-stars didn't seem to stand up for Brie Larson when she needed the support, or Tessa Thompson when she needed the support. So people are calling this like men supporting men and not supporting the women that are part of their team as well. I did see some support, and I remember them tweeting some support for Brie Larson at the time, but a lot of sites are saying they didn't, and I couldn't find it. I don't know. I don't know Chris Pratt personally. I do believe that right now is not the time to be silent about who you're voting for, but I also am not in Chris Pratt's shoes, and that is his prerogative. It used to be the case that we don't get to just ask people who they're voting for. So that's something that he is allowed to not come forward and talk about fully. That is his choice, and that doesn't mean that he is voting for Trump, and it doesn't mean that he isn't. That's kind of just the way that is. Chris Corcoran, sorry, Chris, butcher names for a living. Many called Ruffalo and RDJ hypocrites not defending Chris, despite not lifting a finger to Brie Larson getting death threats, except on Cheadle. Yeah, but I thought I remembered Robert Downey Jr. standing up for Brie Larson, but people are saying he didn't, but I thought I remembered that he did. But yeah, I see that people are calling them hypocrites and they're getting on their case about it. I do appreciate when people stand up for their people, and I think it's important. But you should do it in multiple different ways and not just for the men supporting the men. Obviously, that's very obvious to me. What do you guys think? Do you think this is hypocrisy? Do you think Chris Pratt should come out and say who he's voting for? Do you think he should be known as Hollywood's worst Chris? Why do you feel like this is even a thing that we need to make a Hollywood's worst Chris? Do you wish that this tweet didn't exist at all? Love to hear your thoughts. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar right here in the super chat. It would suck to be somebody who had a popular name. Like, one day they're like Hollywood's worst Roxy. It's like, I'm probably Hollywood's best and worst because I don't really know any other Roxys in Hollywood. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, twitchiness can happen with prolonged meditation too. It's a sign of the body releasing pent-up, stress-filled negative energy. It's a good thing, Roxy. Glad you're feeling good after your yoga session today. Also, I don't see the World Girls pic in the 7-Eleven. Oh, it wasn't a pic. It was a video, but it wasn't sending through. Yeah, I don't know why that wasn't sending through. I wrote that text before it sent, but then it just never, I don't know. Why won't it go? I'll try it later. The video just said it was too large for that. Hitman Hudson in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, about Pratt, I don't think he's a Trump supporter. I think there's a lot more evidence suggesting he's a white moderate, which isn't great, but so are lots of people who aren't getting this much hate. Also, most churches are homophobic, but come on. Speaking of that, before I did get out of here today, I did want to mention the fact that the Pope came out in support of gay unions. And this was fucking badass. I remember years ago, the Pope came out in support of a different Pope came out and said, the Jews did not kill Jesus. That's not what we believe. And that was like massive for our people because the amount of hate that we had received from this. So this was pretty cool to hear the Pope stand up for queer people, and pretty unexpected, not unexpected because of the specific Pope. He's supposed to be pretty progressive and liberal, but unexpected to hear it this clearly. Pope Francis endorses same-sex civil unions for the first time as Pope while being interviewed for feature-length documentary Francesco. Homosexual people have the right to be in a family. They are children of God. I put that in quotes because that is what he said. How great is that? Speaking of that, just kind of going off, but I told you guys I wanted to briefly mention that, so I'm glad that kind of came up. To Cartha Christian, super sticker. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Cartha. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your support in the Streamlabs, in the super chat. It means the world to me. Ben Jones also supporting in the super chat. So real talk, I think this Chris thing is petty. It kind of like middle school that never ends. I think we should mind our business. No shade intended. Ben, I kind of feel you on this one. It did feel a little petty. It did feel a little bit petty. I feel you. It's like, you're the worst Chris in class. And he's like, I didn't even say anything. I just was being me. Kind of feel that. Spidey Sensei, the guy who claimed he just pranked Rudy posing as Ivanka, just admitted he lied just now. So what does that mean? I got to look into it. I don't know shit about shit. Let's go over to the Streamlabs. Couple things going on in here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Bryce Rat #1 says, he's not political defense from Ruffalo pissed me off. He doesn't get off for that. People gave Taylor Swift a world of shit for being politically silent. So she finally broke her silence. He's no different. If you're silent, you're complicit to me. I do hear you on that. It is his prerogative, and then it's your prerogative to be pissed or to not see his movies or to do whatever it is you want. But I feel you as somebody with a platform, which you guys know, I don't have even 1/1,000,000th of the platform that Chris Pratt has, but as somebody with a little platform, with a strong community of people who I love and trust, I feel very, very adamant about using this platform to talk about who I'm voting for, what I'm voting for, what I believe, whether that's religious beliefs, political beliefs, social beliefs, whatever it is. You guys know I talk about it fucking all. So it is, I'm with you that I wish that he would, but it is his choice and his right not to. And I don't know that we get to judge that. We can definitely react to that. You can decide then you don't like him or you don't want to watch his stuff, but it is his choice. It's his pick and he's allowed to do that. And actors used to do that way, way more. And there are political ramifications because he is involved in a political family now. So none of us can really probably imagine what it's like to be in his shoes. Very different than the shoes that we're in. And I wish that his male counterparts would support other people as well. But, beggars can't be choosers. Or can they? Hitman Hudson said, part 2, we're not canceling Colbert for being Catholic. I'm gender fluid and more offended by Hollywood's tolerance of elitism, which unlike with homophobia/transphobia, there seems to be no progress on. I see a lot of trans rights, but ew, poor people, end quote. Hitman Hudson. I definitely think that those don't have to be one or the other. Like, it's not like you either get to support trans people or you get to stop with the elitism and help poor people. I don't see a lot of ew, poor people, but I'm also in a completely different circle. But I do hear what you're saying. And of course there's elitism in Hollywood. I don't know that you're ever going to get rid of that. That's seems to be super duper deep. Obviously some people aren't elitists in Hollywood, but in general, it's such an elite place. Same thing as Wall Street, anybody in the stock market, people who are in politics. There's a lot of elitism there because they think they're better than other people because of what they do, which is just not the case. But that's how it is. All right. So much shit has been discussed. If you guys have any thoughts on this, questions, comments, concerns, things you want read out loud, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I am getting out of here right now. So get those in. If you get those in today, and it's after the show or you're watching this after the fact, no worries. I will read your Streamlabs on the next show, which is tomorrow, 1 p.m. live at the Roxy. And I'm also taping for Hoffer again tomorrow. So support me over there. Check that out if you're a sports fan. So let's go through this one more time. Today, live the Roxy, just did it. All these things. Like the video. Leave a comment. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Tonight on The Whirl Girls. YouTube.com/The Whirl Girls. We're giving costumes a whirl. Do it yourself. Running around our house. Trying to look cool based on your guys' suggestions and things that you want us to wear and say and do. At 6 p.m. Then tomorrow, live at the Roxy, 1 p.m. right here, talking about all the rest of the news or whatever the fuck else we want to talk about. And then I will be doing Hoffer for all of you sports heads. That will be at 5 p.m. Yes. Those are all the things. Now you have all the things. There they are. I am she. She is me. Another Streamlabs coming through. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Thank you guys so much for the support. Bryce Rat 1 says, the original tweet about Chris Pratt wasn't serious to me either. It had 4 Chris's and asked who had to go. And those are usually meant as here's 4 hot guys now struggle to kick one out. Marry, fuck, kill, essentially. I didn't get why it blew up. Yeah, sometimes the internet, just some things blow up and some things don't. That fucking happens. We don't even really know why half the time. It just motherfucking happens. Intelligent Cycle in the super chat says, Roxy, I seen the world girls at the voting polls. That's always a good luck. Chris Pratt hate. It's like who the worst kid on the playground. You saw some voting polls, what, in a picture? And yeah, it was a wild ride. We're going to be putting out exclusive content about that on our Patreon on Sunday, I believe. Chris Pratt hate is kind of like who's the worst kid on the playground. And he seems like a nice guy, so it's kind of a little bit of a bummer. Oh, my friend Dwayne Burke's in here right now. Dwayne says, later, Roxy, I'll try to watch The World Girls during my 24-hour stream as long as it doesn't get me shut down. What's your 24-hour stream? What's going on? I want to know. Can you tell me? Oh, guys, so many songs stuck in my head. Wish me luck. Can't tell you what Schmodown match I'm doing, but wish me luck. The words. Wish me luck in this taping I'm about to do. Thank you to the close to 200 of you guys who watched the show live. All the news brought the people to the yard, and their life is better than y'all's. Damn right. See you guys tomorrow. Do what you can to be that 1% happier. Oh, I did want to tell you guys the word of the day. This one's important. The word of the day. If you haven't left yet, the word of the day today. I've been thinking about days and meditation and whatever with words each day. And I love this one. I think it might be the word of the week. And hopefully it speaks to you guys the way that it's speaking to me. But right now, the word of the day is forward. Forward. Think about that word. I'm using that word to drive me in my day right now. Forward. Just in my meditation, in my yoga, in my work, in my sleep, in my eating, in my everything I'm doing, moving forward. Forward. Trying to visualize that. Do it with me. Let me know how it feels. We'll talk about it tomorrow. All that stuff. Forward. Forward. Make your bed. Forward. Meditate. Forward. 1% happier. Forward. Love you guys. See you later.